Hi, this is Deborah Roth from Spirited Living, and I am delighted to be collaborating again with the Wellness Universe. If you are not watching this at their website, definitely check them out at thewellnessuniverse.com. They are a wonderful resource with classes and practitioners and everything that you could want for your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual well-being. Definitely learn more about them. And I have been partnering with them for about 2 years now, but for the last year I've been doing these monthly spiritual energy themes, which I have based on the solar energy. I'm a real moon mama, and I lead new moon circles in New York City, well, on Zoom for the last year and a half, and full moon meditations, but this is a little bit different. It's still astrologically based, and what I've been doing here is looking at how we can embrace the solar energy that we're in the middle of each month. So this month, the sun is in Libra and entered Libra on September 22nd, and it will be there until it moves into Scorpio on October 23rd. And Libra is ruled by Venus, which kind of gives you a really good idea of what it's all about. She was the goddess, if you probably heard of her, of beauty and of love. And Libra really reminds us to embrace love, peace, harmony. It's actually its symbol are the scales, and so it's reminding us to bring balance and to create harmonious relationships. So hence our spiritual energy theme for the month, which is navigating and celebrating our dance of relationships. Now, Libra's typically about intimate relationships, but it really can be any relationship. And we kind of had a nice foundation because last month when the sun was in Virgo, we were looking at creating self-care and making a practice, a really strong practice of what I call sacred self-centeredness, which I think is the basis for any successful relationship, intimate with your kids, intimate relationships, or with your kids, or even at work, and we will play with that as well. So this energy of Libra is very charming. It's very sociable. Libra's an air sign, and the air signs, tend to be pretty sociable and like interacting with people, like air interacts everywhere. But it is about peace, and it is about harmony. That said, if you cross a Libra, they are very passionate about their commitment to peace and harmony, and they will push back. I always have this wonderful memory of one of my first astrology teachers, Michael Luton, who I think still writes for a couple magazines, but he always described Libra as being the iron fist beneath the silk handkerchief. So we make and I say we because I have both my rising sign and my moon are in Libra. My husband is also a double Libra, and we've certainly worked out our balance over 40 years. So the idea, though, is that, yes, Libras, however they show up, whether it's their moon or their sun signs, do have a penchant for creating balance and peace in their lives. So, but that iron glove, that iron fist will come out if you cross them in that way. So it's also very much about communication, as all the air signs are. Yes, Libras can be, and this Libra energy can bring us to very diplomatic mediator kinds of roles. And we'll talk about ways. And what I love to do each month is to look at how you can embrace this energy, both in your personal life and at home, but also at work, which sometimes can be a little trickier depending on the energy that we're dealing with. But it is possible. And so let's start. Let's look at how we can use this Libran energy to enhance our relationships, to help us navigate this dance of relationships in our life with more ease, with more peace, with more harmony. And remembering, the first one that I'll give you, remembering that Libra is also about creating beauty. Remember, it's the goddess, the Venus is also the goddess of beauty and love. So redecorate, find some really interesting new colors maybe to spruce up your living room with. Maybe upgrade your kids' bedrooms. Maybe one of them is moving from childhood to preteen, and really want kind of a new look. This is a beautiful time to do that. And of course, if you bring them into the process, you're also deepening your relationship with them and creating a really nice, really lovely partnership project to do with them. One way that you can, across the board, both at home and at work, that you can enhance your space, that you can bring beauty to your space, is with flowers. There's a wonderful website called Teleflora, I think it is, and it tells you what flowers that represent different signs and different energies. And what they talk about, and I loved this for Libra, is the hydrangea, which is a strong stalk with this puffy petaled flower. And the reason for that, and this really points to Libra's symbol, which is the scales, perfect, representation of balance. It's a balance between strong and soft. So taking that idea of the scales, you could, I've got a set of, little kind of antique scales over there too, to remind me to tap into my own personal Libra energy. You could also, in the personal life end of things, go for an evening of dinner and dancing with your sweetie or with someone that means a lot to you. Make sure you go all classy with well-balanced meals, maybe even do tapas, with lots of different things to balance each other out. But this is not your neighborhood joint. Remember, you want to be surrounded with this Libra energy, in this Libra energy, with beautiful, a beautiful place. You want to be charmed by wherever you're going. And then do some dancing cheek to cheek. Can't get much more intimate than that. And because, remember, Libra being an air sign, it also is about communication. It's about how we think about things and how we communicate. So this is a perfect time to bring your relationship back into balance if it's gotten out of whack, or pick the relationship really, and to look very clearly about what you need to do. Maybe there's some exercises, there's some processes. John Gottman is one of my favorite relationship authors, and he talks about how important it is to have these tough conversations, but how necessary it is. You can't avoid conflict. And this is actually a perfect time when we're in this Libra energy, because it brings this sense, this vibe of harmony and diplomacy to whatever difficult conversation you might want to have. So, switching gears a little bit, everything that I've just said, you can find creative ways to do these things in your office. Spruce up your workplace. You might not be able to, do anything too far out, but, the flowers idea is a great one. Maybe some new artwork for your office, just something, again, to beautify it and make it look more beautiful. If you've got a wonderful aromatherapy lamp, depends on, I have a home office, so you can see a little bit of what I can do, all kinds of fun symbols. But if you're in a traditional office, oftentimes I'll say to my clients to create an altar in a drawer, to create things that are beautiful for you that you might not feel comfortable in a corporate setting, but you can pull it out and just hold that beautiful crystal or the rock from a favorite beach or whatever. So, one idea for the beautification piece. And in terms of relationships, this is definitely the time when the sun is in Libra for this month to create some team building exercises. Maybe do a half-day retreat or some mini something that you can enhance the communication within your team and with all the people that you work with. So, and then the last one I'll bring in, and there's so many more, I'm just kind of giving you three for each. There is a wonderful organization called Business for Peace, and it's through the UU Global Compact, I think it's called. And it's a platform that has close to like 150 leading companies and businesses from around the world, from like 37 countries, that are dedicated to really creating collaborative action to move peace forward. So that could be something, depending on what your position is at your organization, to look into what this Business for Peace is. UN Global Compact is where it's through. So we've spun through some ideas, and I hope that they trigger other ones for you. Please just allow yourself to be in this place of balance, to be in this place, to allow, because Goddess knows we need that. We need the energy of peace and harmony right now. And however that looks in your own life, I invite you to bring it in deeply to you during this Libra time. Thanks for being with me, and look forward to seeing you next month for our spiritual energy theme in Scorpio.